my name is Kayla Toure, and I'm the National American Miss Teen. Welcome to yet another magnificent episode of HBCU-ish, where I am interviewing scholars that go to know him. And to all you guys that are tuning in, thank you so much for supporting. And I'm so excited. So let's get Grant on so we can start talking to him. I just accepted him. Yes, so excited. Grant, okay, good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready when you are.
Okay, guys, this is Grant. I'll read his bio and get into it. Grant Fortune is a freshman economics major with a BA/JD program at Howard University. He is also a professional TV and film actor with credits including Amazon Prime Video episodic, Leverage Redemption, and the feature film Unfinished Business. He is also a lead actor in the Howard University Film Organization's upcoming Afro-Surreal anthology series, Where's Everybody At? Welcome, Grant. I apologize if I butchered any of the words in your bio.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Connection is a little.
Can you hear me? I think the Wi-Fi is a little bit. The Wi-Fi.
I'm not sure if it's me or you, but you're cutting out real bad for me. So I'm gonna try to listen intently. I got you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn my Wi-Fi off.
I think you cut off.
Okay. I put my Wi-Fi off. Is it fine?
I cannot hear what you're saying, Kayla.
You cannot hear. Okay.
I'm gonna leave and come back. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Like, can someone do like a thumbs up or something to acknowledge if they can hear me, or if my Wi-Fi is not working well? Let me know, guys. Okay. Well, Grant is coming back. Let's see. Okay. It might be my Wi-Fi. I don't know. We will see. Okay. Accept.
Okay. Hey.
Is it good?
A bit better. I can hear you now, so we're good.
Okay. Wait, say a full sentence just so that I'm able to hear you.
Thank you so much for having me. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay. You're good. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna change it up a bit. I'm going to play a game first. We're gonna let you play Guess That Quote first, and then we're gonna get into the questions.
Okay, guess that quote. Okay.
So, Guess That Quote. I'm pretty much gonna give you a quote, and you're gonna tell me what the answer is. I'm gonna give you 3 options, and one of that option is the answer. And since you go to Howard, I did this special quote game where it's by all Howard alumni. So if you don't get this right,
That's pretty bad, man.
it's gonna look bad for you. But I believe in you. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. And you guys can also help Grant if he is failing terribly. We believe in him, of course. Okay. There's always something to suggest that you'll never be who you wanted to be. Your choice is to take it or keep on moving. Was this said by P. Diddy, Thurgood Marshall, or Alicia Rashad?
I'm gonna play the process of elimination here. I'm gonna say not Thurgood. I'm not gonna say Miss Rashad. I'm gonna say Diddy did it. I'm gonna say P. Diddy did it.
Do you feel confident in that answer?
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah.
You're wrong. It was Felicia Rashad. You were close. That's crazy. Okay, next one. Don't get distracted and don't be afraid to create your own opportunities. Was this said by Taraji P. Henson, Chadwick Boseman, or Lala Anthony?
Oh man, I feel like they can all say something like that. I'm gonna go with Chadwick on this one.
Are you
Not
positive?
positive, but I hope I'm right.
Okay, that's also wrong. It was Taraji P. Henson.
I'm doing so bad, man.
Listen, you have two more left, so you can get a 2 out of 4. Let's see. Next one. When I when I want what a young woman and girl to know is you are powerful and your voice matters. Was this said by Toni Morrison, Lynn Whitefield, or Kamala Harris?
Kamala was a graduate out of the same program as me. She was an economics major as well, so I'm gonna go with.
Your Kamala? That's the correct answer. She'd be proud.
That was the right answer.
Yeah, it's correct. 1 point. Okay, last one. And then we're going to get into the questions.
Okay.
Success is not a destination, but the road that you own. Was this said by Nick Cannon, Lance Gross, or Marlon Wayans?
What was the second name?
Lance Gross.
If I don't know who that is that a problem? I'm gonna go Nick Cannon.
It was Marlon Wayans.
Okay. I got
At least you got a point.
I'll take
1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. We have one more game, but we're gonna do that at the end. So let's get into the questions. Okay. We're gonna talk about Howard since this is HBCU-ish, and since most of my interviewees have been from Howard, the best HBCU, as they say. So why did you choose Howard out of all the amazing HBCUs?
Well, you know, like you said, right? It is the Mecca, the #1 HBCU in the country. But for me, the deciding factor was when I actually came to campus to tour. I'm legacy. My uncle came to Howard, and I was able to come for his graduation a few years ago. But it wasn't until I came and I toured, and I was able to walk through the campus and talk to different students. Just the energy on this campus from the people, from the faculty is unlike anything I've ever experienced. Like, it's truly a community. And being here for a semester and a half so far, it is definitely affirmed to me that I made the right choice. Howard University is definitely one of the most unique places I've ever been. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And you said that you're a lead actor in the Howard University's film organization. So can you talk to us a little bit about that and maybe the audition process, or do you have to audition to be a part of it? Talk to us all about that.
Oh, man, that was quite the process. I think you mentioned earlier, I'm an economics major, but I'm acting. So I was a bit nervous coming into Howard that I wouldn't be able to get involved into the film, in the film community. So I had reached out to someone over the summer before I came, and they had talked about how Howard has this film organization and they're going to be casting during the first semester. So when I got to campus, things chaotic, everyone's trying to settle, learn the city, et cetera, et cetera. And I had heard about HUFO. That's Howard University Film short, and auditions, and it's been an amazing experience. I ended up booking the main role, Marcus, and it was just being on set. I got a chance to work with a lot of my friends, which was a crazy experience. We had amazing equipment, we had an amazing team, amazing director, amazing writer. It was a great experience. It really it was like I was working in Hollywood. Like, I've worked on other sets, so-called, SAG sets, big sets. They ran a tight ship. HUFO knew what they were doing. It was a great experience. So.
And why is it important for Black students to attend HBCUs?
Great question, Kayla. I'd say for the majority of Black people, Black students, being in a space where you're not already starting in a slump. I know for myself, I've been to, I went to high schools and middle schools that were some, Black and white, but some were, majority, PWI institutions. And it was hard being the only one that looked like me in the room at times. And even though that's life, right? That's how it works. That's something you have to get used to. It's nice. It's nice being around people that look like me for sure. It's like there's competition here, but everyone is trying to pull each other up here, right? It's all about networking and feeding other people opportunities that you hear about. Like it's just a community. I'd say that's the number one word that comes to my mind when I'd say why should you attend Howard or any other HBCU, which is the community aspect of it for sure.
Yes, I love that. And I feel like a lot of people that go to HBCUs, they always talk about the community and the familyhood. So can you maybe give us an example? Maybe you could talk about homecoming possibly, or just something that you did at Howard that really showed you, wow, this is more than just a school. This is a community. This is a familyhood.
I'll tell you, I have a million stories. I swear every day. Time moves differently in college. I realized that, right? A single day was like a whole week. Like, I'll step out of, my apartment thinking I'm going to class that day, and I'll end up being out doing something. I got roped into some activity or some new club. I was at chess club with my friend Sir the other day. Like, just stuff happens. But I'd say one of the best examples I can give you, you had mentioned homecoming earlier. I experienced my first homecoming here at Howard last semester, and it was just a sea of melanin. Like I had never seen so many Black people in one place at one time. It was amazing. It was beautiful. All the alumni came back, and me and my friends were in our yard here on Howard's campus, watching the yard fest, all the different artists performing, and I had walked over to the food vendors to get a bite to eat, and I ended up having an alumni pay for my food, because we were just standing there talking. They're like, oh, Cook Hall. I stayed in Cook Hall. I'm like, oh, my friends stay in Cook Hall. And it was like this cool kind of experience, them kind of looking back into where they used to be. And they ended up getting me my soul food, my mac and cheese, and my fried fish. So it was real cool. That was definitely one of the community experiences that was unique to, coming from Howard or coming from HBCU.
That's so cool. And what is the yard? Because I hear that term a lot, but I feel like a lot of people that are watching this, they might not go to Howard, so they might not know the experience of being on the yard. So talk to us about it. Talk to us about what goes on in the yard.
Man, Kayla, the yard, it's not just a place. Like the yard is a living and breathing thing, man. Like I'll never forget when I came and toured Howard for the first time. There's this specific bench on our yard. And it's just like this area in the center of our campus. And a bunch of different buildings that you have classes in, they kind of overlook this yard. So we'll have, Chadwick Boseman School of Fine Arts on one side, you have Douglas Hall on one side, you have one of our cafeterias on the other side, and you have the Founders Library on one side. It's just like this big, green area of just energy and just like passion, right? So there's this bench on the yard, and I had sat there when I first came and toured. So whenever it's a nice day outside, I usually go back and sit on that bench. And I don't know, it's cool. It's kind of a full circle thing to be able to sit there and say like, well, I made it. I'm here now, right? I'm a Howard student, kind of living the things that I was watching when I came and toured. So the yard is just, it's an energy when you walk onto that part of campus. Like definitely anyone that comes to Howard, whether you are just touring, you actually attend here, when you walk onto the yard, I bet you will feel that energy too, without a doubt.
And my second part question about the yard is, you don't have to be a student to step foot on the yard, correct? You can just be like walking one day in DC, just like get on the yard.
At all. If you are in the DMV area, come over and hang out on the yard. I promise you'll have a word contest happening on one side, and folks doing Bible study on the other side. I promise you don't have to go to Howard. Is an open campus, so you can come hang out.
Awesome. Got you. So when I decide to go to the DMV, I'll definitely let you know. And my next question about Howard University is, I feel like I've been told so many times that not even just at Howard, but at all HBCUs, you have to be dressed your best 24/7. Is that true, or is that like a ridiculous misconception?
Kayla, and for whoever else is in the chat listening, that is not true. Yes, people do pop out. We have our little Telfar Tuesday. People will have their real nice fits on, but it's not a necessity. You can wear Crocs to class. Nobody's gonna get on your case. They call Howard the fashion show because you will see some pretty interesting things. People definitely express themselves very well through fashion here, but it's not, you don't have to dress up. I'm sitting here in my hoodie and my beanie right now. I went to class like this. It's not a problem, not at all.
Okay, awesome. So, my last Howard question is, I know you talked to us a little bit about homecoming, but I think you need to talk to us more about it because I feel like Howard is also known for having ridiculously talented musicians, artists come at homecoming. So who did you guys have this year and what made homecoming so special?
I'd say homecoming, it was, like I said earlier, the alumni coming back and being able to network with them, and hear, stories of old Howard and the Mecca. That was definitely a big part of homecoming for me. The artists were definitely a great time. Yard Fest, you'll have a lot of the hot and popular artists come out and perform. So that was definitely a whole event in itself. You have Bison Madness, I believe it's called, at the beginning of the week. It's just, the whole week is just chaotic and fun, and it kind of, it's during the beginning of being here at Howard. So for a freshman, it's kind of your first big experience with, Howard culture and the Howard community. So yeah, homecoming is not something you want to miss, and something you will never forget, without a doubt.
Fantastic. And this is my last Howard question, and then I'll talk about you. So one of the people that I had interviewed went to Hampton, and I should have asked her, I said, which is the real HU? Is it Howard or is it Hampton? And she told me it's Hampton. So I think we need to clarify this right now. Is Hampton the real HU or is it Howard University?
First and foremost, if I have Howard folks in the chat, please comment the real HU in the chat, because we know it's not Hampton Institute, first and foremost, because they are not HU. But real talk, all love to Hampton. We love our fellow HBCUs, but yeah, they're not us. I'm sorry, they're not us.
Gotcha. Okay, so we talked a little bit about Howard and what makes Howard special, and now we're gonna play our last game, and then we're gonna talk all about you and all your achievements. So this game is called This or That. There is no right or wrong answer. You're going to say which is your answer out of the two options I give you, and you're gonna have to explain why you chose that answer. Are you ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Okay. First one, The Cosby Show or Family Matters?
Cosby Show, 110. And
Okay.
I have to explain why?
Yeah, you have to explain
I grew up
why.
on The Cosby Show, man. I grew up watching that. There's some controversy around that, but I'm going back to my childhood. The Cosby Show definitely resonates with me, for sure.
Cha-cha slide or Cupid shuffle?
Shuffle. Come on, we can break into it right now. The Cupid shuffle thing, we'll do it.
You can demonstrate if you want to. You can demonstrate the Cupid shuffle.
But not too much. Not too much.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Okay. Destiny's Child or The Supremes?
I'm gonna say Destiny's Child for sure. Supremes. I feel like I definitely grew up listening to their music as well, but Destiny's Child. I'm gonna go Destiny's Child.
Do you have a favorite Destiny's Child song that you're currently listening to?
Top of my head, my playlist. I can get you right on that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Got you. Okay. Next one. Jackson 5 or The Temptations?
Ooh, I love me some MJ, man. I'm gonna go Jackson 5. I'm gonna go Jackson 5. I love their Christmas songs. I feel like I grew up listening to their Christmas music for sure.
Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce or Break My Soul by Beyonce?
Brown Skin Girl. That's a great song. It's a great song.
Okay. This one is difficult. Let's see what you say. Unlimited Telfar bags or unlimited Telfar anything or unlimited Ivy Park clothes.
What was the second one?
Ivy Park clothes.
You know what? I'm not too familiar with the second one, but I know Telfar is a black designer, and I see Telfar. They make so many different items, so I'm gonna go Telfar.
Yeah.
And I can rock me a little toe, so I'm gonna go Telfar.
Okay, next one. Proud Family or Cleveland Show?
Proud Family, their Cleveland show. I can't say I've watched them extensively, so I'm gonna have to stay in the middle. I'm not sure.
Okay. And this is the last one. This is definitely gonna start some controversy. Black Panther or Wakanda Forever?
So we're asking, you're talking Black Panther 1 or 2?
Yeah, pretty much Black Panther 1 versus Black Panther 2.
No spoilers, because I don't know who all has watched it, but I'm going to say Black Panther 1, because my man Michael B. killed that. He absolutely killed that. So I'm going to go.
Yes. Okay, that was it for the game. Interesting choices. So back to the questions. We're gonna talk about you and your success. Wow, so you're a STEM major, and you're also able to do your passion acting. So can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I feel like so many people think, wait, economics. That's STEM. That's a part of STEM, correct? Yes. So I feel like so many people assume when you're a STEM major that you're only able to study 24/7. You can't have any other like activities. So can you talk to us about how you're able to balance acting and also being an economics major?
Without a doubt. It's funny. That's always the first question I get when people find out that I'm an econ major. Be like, well, how does that, tie into play? Just to preface, acting isn't the long-term goal. My plan, my aspiration, my dream is to own and operate a production studio one day. I want to be able to tell stories, Black stories, my stories, without having to go through different, agents, managers, things of that sort. I'd like to be able to be my own boss. And economics is kind of, I feel like, so I'm an economics major and I'm going to law school, right? So being able to understand the financial side and the legality side of the business I'm involved in, I feel like it'll set me up, it'll put me in a place to where I can never be blindsided or, sign a bad contract or, misuse my financials in any way. But to answer your question, how do I manage doing both at the same time? That Google Calendar, man. Time management is the key. Time management is absolutely the key. It's not for everyone. I definitely, I have some busy days without a doubt, but it can be done. It can definitely be done. I'd say, you come to college and the main goal is to get your degree, keep your grades up, et cetera, et cetera. But I think people should definitely explore their passions because that's an important thing as well. So.
And since we're talking about acting and the entertainment industry, to you, what does it mean to be Black in the entertainment industry? And why do you do the work that you do?
It's a great question. Let me see. What does it mean to be Black in the entertainment industry? I was just on a call with an actor. His name is Lamar Johnson. He acted in The Hate U Give. He's also, most recently, he was in The Last of Us. And it's this TV show on HBO. I absolutely love it. And myself and one of the other stars from the Howard University Film Organization's new project got a chance to moderate a panel with him. And we asked him this exact same question. And I have to agree with him. He said, being Black in the entertainment industry, it's like, I feel like myself, when I first started acting, one of the things that kind of infused passion into me was seeing myself on the screen, seeing folks that looked like me doing things that I wanted to do. So keeping that in mind, I know that people may be seeing me in that way, right? So it's kind of this weight that I put on myself, but it's a good thing. It's a positive thing to be that example, to be that passion for someone else, right? So I have to agree with Lamar on that one for sure.
I definitely agree. And what is the coolest or maybe your favorite project that you had the opportunity to work on that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, there's been some great ones without a doubt. Definitely working on Leverage Redemption, the episodic on Amazon. That was great. That was a great experience. Most recently, I will say the Howard anthology series, Where's Everybody At? That was that was an amazing project to be on. I had never played a character like Marcus before. And when that comes out, I'll be, posting on my page so people can go in and check that out. But it's a beautiful film, and it kind of it embodies the experience that young Black people have living in all white spaces, right? And that's a story that's it's common, but it's not told enough, right? So yeah, I'm excited for that one to come out, and I had a great time filming it for sure.
Awesome. And who is a Black artist or performer that inspires you? Why do they inspire you?
Before I met Lamar, I would have said Jonathan Majors, Lakeith Stanfield, just because I love how they portray themselves. They're just brilliant creatives, and they just, at least how they appear in the media, they just seem like good people. But being able to have that one-on-one with Lamar Johnson, he definitely inspired me. He's so young, he's so innovative, and he wants to do so many things, and he has done so many things already. So definitely those three for people that I kind of look up to and aspire to be like, for sure.
Fantastic. And this is probably a question that a lot of people want to know. Since you are into acting, why didn't you choose to major in acting at Howard since they have such an amazing acting program? Or maybe like double major?
Howard does have an absolutely amazing program. No knocks to them. But like I said earlier, just the path that I want to go down, currently being in front of the camera as an actor and wanting to transition behind the camera as a producer, I felt going down the economics route and then law school route would set me up better for sure. Because I've been in the industry since I was 16, so I'm getting the hang of the whole business of acting side and just the being an actor side. But I kind of wanted to learn the things that I couldn't learn outside of school, inside of school. So
Awesome. And my next question for you is, what does Black excellence mean to you, and how are you able to exude that in your every single day life?
what does Black excellence mean to me? You asked some great questions, Kayla. Let me see. I witness it every day. I have to say, just people creating and being authentically themselves, right? Whatever that means to you. Are you a mathematician? Are you into computer science? Are you a writer? Are you a dancer? Are you an actor? I feel like just doing what it is that you're good at and that you love to do, that is Black excellence. So I feel like how I exude that, I try, and I think I am authentically myself. So the things that I'm into, the things that I want to do, I pursue 110%. So that's Black excellence to me.
Awesome. And my final actually, no, it's not my final one. I have like three more. Do you have any advice for maybe any actors or directors or producers that want to get into the entertainment industry but don't know where to start?
Right. Without a doubt, go for it. You'll hear when you first, walk onto the acting scene, directing scene, writing scene that, everyone wants to do it and not everyone makes it. Don't listen to that, right? Pursue what you want to pursue as hard as you can pursue it. I think if it's meant for you, it'll come to be, without a doubt.
Amazing. Okay, my next question for you is, let's see, guys. I have so many questions. What can students like yourself do to celebrate Black History Month? We're going to get into Black History Month
Say it
questions.
one more time.
What can students like yourself do to celebrate Black History Month?
Celebrate Black History Month. I know for myself, being in DC, there's so much history here. So, I know I have kind of problems with kind of saying cooped up on my campus, which is great because there's so much to do here. But DC, like I said, it's such a rich history. So wherever, anyone may be, try to get out and go explore and go and learn, and just network and talk with people, man. I feel like educating yourself is one of the most noble things you can do. So
Amazing. We have a few more questions, and then I'm gonna open up the floor for you guys to also ask Grant some questions. So far, it's been so amazing speaking to you and getting to deep dive into what makes Grant Grant. So I actually recently realized this about you. You're Jamaican, and I kind of want to talk about that because I think that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite Jamaican dish?
Oh, oh, I'm glad you asked because I'm going home tomorrow, and the first thing I'm doing is making Jamaican food with my mother. And it's crazy. My flight's at like 5 p.m., so I'm gonna get back in at night. But the first thing I'm gonna eat, Kayla, is porridge. That is what I miss. That is what I love. I eat some porridge. Oh, oxtail. Oxtail is one of my dishes for sure.
And I don't know what porch is. And some of the viewers may not know what it is either, so can you explain to us what that is? Can you hear me? Oh no, I think I'm breaking up again. Can
I
you
can
hear
hear you now. I
me?
can hear you now.
Okay. Did you hear me before or no?
Yeah, I missed what you said.
Okay. I might be butchering the name, but the first food you said porch, porch.
Porridge, like it's slipping my mind right now. There's the full, is it? I just call it porridge, but it's some type of porridge. But I'm losing.
Oh, you said
Oh,
porridge. Porridge.
cornmeal porridge. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you explain to us what that is? It's like oatmeal, right?
it's like oatmeal, but it's
Okay.
I've been having since I was so little. I'm not even sure what it is. I know it's cornmeal. It's definitely it's cornmeal. That's what it is.
Okay. It's cornmeal, guys, for those that do not know what it is. And what is your favorite thing about being Jamaican?
Are you Jamaican? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm not Jamaican.
Okay,
No.
okay, I was just curious. If you're at me personally, in my opinion, we are the best Caribbean island. Jamaica is this small, but everyone knows. Man, we cook, we dance, we sing, we run. Jamaica's where it's at, right? So I love the energy. I love the energy. That's definitely, it's something that will find out. I'm Jamaican. Like, oh, what's that like? Can you speak patois? What's the food? Blah blah. Yeah, I love being Jamaican without a doubt.
Amazing. Now you said Jamaica is the best Caribbean island. There might be some people that might disagree.
Come on, hey, that's your own.
Okay, so I have two more questions, and then if you guys have any questions for Grant, just comment it down below.
I think there were
My next question for you is: do you have like a favorite Black-owned business that you love shopping at or love supporting?
a favorite black-owned business. There's this soul food spot down the street that I love eating at. I'll say that for sure. It's called Oohs and Odds. That's the first thing that came to my head. Um, Besides that, I don't really shop a lot. I'm a college student. I'm trying to keep the money in the bank.
Mm,
So,
understand.
yeah, besides, not off the top of my head.
Okay, awesome. And my next question for you is, I don't know if I asked you this. I might have asked you something similar to this. Let me know. What does it mean to be a Black man in the entertainment industry?
You did,
Did I ask you
you
that?
did, you did.
Okay, I did. Awesome. So let's talk about your future goals. What are your future goals? I know you talked about it a little, and how will going to Howard University help you achieve those goals?
Right. Great question. You know, to make a long story short, Howard wasn't always on my radar. The plan was to go to a USC NYU type school, but when Howard got on the radar, it was between two different HBCUs. It was between NCAT and Howard University. And why I ended up choosing Howard University, it was the connections aspect, right? The film community at Howard is ginormous, right? There's people already in the industry, people here that are heading there soon. I really wanted to network with, so I was definitely betting on that and betting on myself as well. And like I said earlier, this I don't know 4.5 months, however long I've been here, has definitely affirmed to me that I made the right choice. Just the connections and the opportunities that I've gotten already have been astounding. Just via HUFO, this other project that I'm a part of that I'll be filming at the end of the semester. I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, but I will. I'll be posting all about it. It's absolutely a crazy opportunity. I've been blessed. I've definitely been blessed. So I think Howard is I think the connections are going to take me a long way, without a doubt.
Fantastic. And my last question, unless I think actually some people started asking you questions.
Yeah, I saw
Yes.
chat. Yeah,
Why do you want to answer those first, and then I'll do my last question?
for sure. Let me see. I'm scrolling. I think somebody had said, "Hey, I'm an incoming film and television production major. I've toured Howard several times, but never got to see what they really offer. Could you give me an idea on the hands-on experience?" I don't know if she's still in the live. She said she wants me to give her an idea on the hands-on experience. Regarding film and television, I don't know if she can, watch this later on your page. We have great equipment, right? So the short films that I've shot so far. Actually, let me back up. Right now is casting season at Howard University. So all the senior thesis films, all the MFA students, which is Masters of Fine Arts, they're all casting for their films, right? So in terms of being a film and TV major, if you're an actor, if you want to be a cinematographer, if you want to be a director of photography, there are so many opportunities to get your hands actually on equipment and actually be on set to get that, get that experience, to get those credits, to build your reel, to build your resume. So, in terms of hands-on experience, there's a plethora of that at this university for sure.
Is that the last question that someone asked you?
Let's see. I believe so. Yeah, it was just that one.
Okay, awesome. So my last question, unless I think of more, is this is a two-part. Okay, my first one is, do you have a message or maybe advice for someone who is contemplating whether or not they want to go to an HBCU? Part one.
That's a good question. Um, there's some things that you can't explain to people, right? There's some things where you're only going to understand it once you're in it. But I will say, being around your people, and not just people that look like you, people that think like you, people that want to get to the very, very top, people with insane aspirations and insane dreams who want you to succeed too, with no bias, with no because I'm this and because you're that. It's just purely let's get this done. Let's make it. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's empowering. And that energy, that passion, that empowerment, I have not experienced that any other place. And I'm sure you can go to a PWI, you can go to USC, you can go to Davidson, you can go to NYU, and you can love it. You can have a great experience. But for my fellow Black brothers and sisters, go to an HBCU, man. Go to an HBCU.
I have to agree, guys. I don't go to Howard, but I will say from I will say from hearing friends that I have like Grant and Trinity and everyone else that have told me about their HBCU experience. If you are Black, African American, or whatever person of color, I think HBCU is definitely the way to go. So I definitely agree. Someone just asked you a question.
Let me see.
Let me see.
We have Bree in the chat. She said, "Do you feel like your background and upbringing reflects into your acting style and technique? And if so, how?" Great question, Bree. I feel like when you're stepping into a character, you're not only becoming the character, but the character is kind of infusing with you, right? So when I walk into an audition room and the cast director sitting in front of me, they can have 50 folks come in the room and become that character. They can say all the words right and hit all the moments and hit all the beats. But what makes a casting director like you and like your performance is kind of what you as a person have brought to that character. What specific choice have you made to kind of bring that character to life, right? And I feel like what brings a character to life is like the authenticity of whatever moment or feeling or emotion or relationship is in the scene. And that comes from your own personal experience, background, worldview, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So to answer your question, Bree, do I feel like my background and upbringing reflects into my acting style? Without a doubt. I think every character I've portrayed, every character that I've become, in some way, shape, or form is a reflection of something within myself. Yeah, for sure. Great question, Bree.
Great question. Comment down below if you guys have any more. My last question for you is, do you have any messages, words of advice, just for anything? Oh, I think actually you have another question. Yes, you have another question. Can you see it? Or no? It's in the bubble.
I'm new to Instagram.
It's in the question bubble.
I see it.
I can read it. It says, can you see it?
Yes, it says, what has been the greatest moment of your age? Jeez. Greatest moment. You're making me dig into the archives right now, man. It's been some great moments. Homecoming was great. I already talked about that. I'll tell you what. One of the best, I wouldn't say great, because there have been so many great moments. One of the funniest moments here at Howard University was my first or second week here on campus. They had something called the HU, or the DC night tour, right? So the upperclassmen took the freshmen into the city of DC, and kind of showed us around, the city, showed us how to use public transportation. And I'm from Houston, right? I don't know how to use no trains. I know how to use buses, right? So it was my first time doing that. I had done it before, but it was my first time really, having to pay attention and do it. So me and the group of people I was with decided that, we had figured it out and we'd find our way back to campus ourselves. Mind you, it's like 10 o'clock at night. This is our first time in DC, and we could not even find the train station, Kayla. We couldn't find the train station. So we got lost in DC our first week on campus, and it was an adventure. It was absolutely an adventure. So I'd say that's probably one of my funniest moments here on campus for sure.
Any more questions, guys?
I see I mentioned that I'm a legacy student. I see my uncle in the chat. Uncle Aaron. How you doing, Uncle Aaron? That's who came to Howard.
Hey, Uncle. Okay, so yeah. Any words of advice or just a message that you want to share?
I said a lot. Like I said, you had mentioned what are my words of advice for people who want to, pursue their, entertainment industry dreams. I'd say whatever it is you want to pursue, go at it with 110% ferocity, man. Like, go for it. And don't do it yourself either. Don't do it by yourself. Like, don't be scared to ask for help, because there's folks out there who will help you, right? Networking is key. What do they say? Your network is your net worth. I'm pretty sure that's a phrase that people say. So don't be scared to ask for help.
Your network is your network. Nice. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions?
Let's see.
I don't know if you guys have any more questions. Well, let's see if questions come up. I want to first and foremost to thank you, Grant, for taking out time during your very busy Howard University scholar/actor time. I mean, I literally recently just asked Grant to that is crazy. Okay. Anyways, I recently literally just asked Grant to be a part of this, and he said yes so fast. And I'm just so thankful. It has been amazing speaking to you, and I mean, you're just fantastic, so intelligent, so articulate. I cannot wait to see you on the big screen. I don't know. Guys, I'm manifesting that we at least work on one project together when we become Academy Award-winning actors and actresses, but we will see. And it's just been such an honor interviewing you. I'm so thankful that you took time out of your super busy day to come on HBCU-ish.
Kayla, I appreciate you, and I will see you in Hollywood without a doubt.
Yes. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining and supporting us. You guys have follow Grant. DM if you guys have any more. You want to answer that last question?
I'm not answering that.
You're not. Okay. Follow Grant. If you guys have any more questions about Howard, definitely DM them. And yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you guys for supporting HBCU, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much again, Grant.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Kayla.
Okay.